Welcome to the Action Monday. This is no labels, no walls. We are one poverty action today. You're so welcome, Mark. We're happy that you are with us today.
Hi, Marcus.
Hi, William. So glad that you're here.
How are we?
You and your minions.
Yep, me and my minions.
Let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we are ready for action. This is an exciting experiment. No labels, no walls. I've never done a shared action online. And today, Rafael and me, we will facilitate you to interesting action. But let's wait for a couple of minutes and then it's on we go. We are now streaming live to Facebook. So if you're not yet liking No Labels, No Walls page, or if you're not a member of the No Labels, No Walls Facebook group, then feel free to join and like. And we are also recording this event. So later on, you can follow this event on YouTube. So this is a very special week. This is Markus Vähälä from Kukunori and from Finland. Alistair is coming as well. So we have a time change here in Finland and also in UK. But California is still on Pacific time this week. So next week we'll be returning back to normal. So it's 7 o'clock next week. So today we all have two opportunities to do the action. 4 o'clock UK and 6 o'clock Finnish time. And if people are coming a little bit late, that's not a problem because we are doing this action twice. So twice the action, more people around the world. So welcome everybody. My name is Markus Vähälä. I'm from Kukunori. I'm one of the coordinators of the No Labels, No Walls movement. And I'm so happy that so many of you are here on time. As I said, that it's a special week, streaming live on Facebook and recording this for further use. This is a very special day for us. We're doing a 1 hour action together. And today's host is Mr. Rafael Borges from Brazil and from Finland. Welcome, Rafael.
Thank you, Marcus. I'm glad to be your host today. Pia is not here, right? She gave me throw the ball to me. So I'm Rafael, as Marcus said. I'm from Brazil, but I'm living in Finland now. I'm supporting the network, No Labels, No Walls. I'm part of the Kukunori crew now. So a warm welcome from Finland. That now is a bit cold, but my welcome is warm. So I'm still Brazilian in my heart, so I'm sending to you all this Brazilian love. And today is going to be a special day, as Marcus said. We are going to talk about poverty. We're going to reflect a bit about it, and we're going to think, is universal basic income a solution? And how can we act on it now in this 1 hour meeting? So I'm glad to be here and excited. Let's start then to introduce ourselves. I will go around the room. I'm gonna ask you, let's get started then with Nisli. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I thought today that we could introduce ourselves and warm up a bit for our discussion later. So I'm gonna ask you to introduce yourself for the others and to tell a couple of words. What comes to your mind when you listen about poverty? What, in a couple of words, what may be your earliest memory on it or something like this? But yeah, you can start. Thank you, Nisli.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you. My name is Nisli. I am of Haitian birth, so that means I was born in Cape Haitian, Haiti, and I migrated to America, specifically Canada, when I was, I think, 10 or 11 years old. And I know this is going to sound weird, but I did not know about poverty when until I migrated to Canada. So for me, poverty and inequity have always been like on par, because when I lived in a place that was a bit more equitable, I didn't see the poverty. Once I moved to a place where inequity, injustice, and race was at play, poverty just seemed to have been there. I didn't experience it. I can't lie and say I experienced it because I have never, but I've seen it.
Thank you, Nisli. So now we go to Los Angeles. Let's talk with Michael Bierman now. Can you hear me, Michael? I guess you
Yes,
need to...
hi, Michael from Strimberg Laboratory in Los Angeles. We're excited to be here.
Hi, Mary from Strimberg Laboratory.
Hello, very excited.
And Michael, what does come to your mind about when you listen poverty? Maybe earliest memory or something?
Poverty for us, I mean, we see it every day in Los Angeles, people on the streets. It's one of the highest concentration of homelessness in the country is in LA. So we see it, you know, homeless people everywhere we go, sleeping on the streets. And Mehdi?
Yeah, I first time I really knew about poverty was well, actually, I think it was when I was studying in New York. There were like huge camps even in Manhattan at that time. And then I had like 1 year gig in the Finnish social office, special social office that was mostly working with homeless, and those were, and of course here it's like it's just you know, because that homelessness problem has not been resolved here in any way. It seems like they are always moved to one place to another. They're cleaning up neighborhoods, but real issues is not really addressed. So that's one thing that is like everyday life here.
Thank you, Mehdi. Now we go to Mark. I guess I haven't met Mark yet. Welcome, Mark. Can you hear? I don't hear you. I can't hear you. Do you have your microphone? Okay, we wait. So maybe we go to another one. Yes, okay, and we come back to you. So let's go to our Prime Minister. One day I want to hear about this history. I came after this, but let's go to William. How are you doing, William?
I'm doing very well today. As you can see, all my minions are behind me working very hard. Don't know if they're working hard or celebrating the fact that I'm on another Zoom call, and what they're up to. So yeah, poverty. I heard about it obviously when I was at school, being young and part of the Make Poverty History, and obviously saw Mandela and all of those making those big poverty speeches in Glasgow as part of a Make Poverty History march. But I've never myself experienced poverty, but hopefully we'll eradicate it someday and see poverty being history. So I'm interested to learn more about poverty around the world.
Thank you, William. So now we go to Alistair. Have I pronounced your name correctly?
That's right, Raphael. Yes. Hi, Alistair. Yes. There's many ways to say it, many ways to spell it as well. from Aberdeen up in the northeast of Scotland. So I'm here partly with in Control Scotland hat on, partly also with a kind of people-based development hat on, being involved with sort of international and local efforts to do with equality, inclusion, lots of different stuff. I think probably the memory that sticks out for me about poverty was probably that back when Live Aid happened, and just how that made lots of people think about kind of just how poverty was portrayed as kind of a thing that happened elsewhere, and that some people could fix it for other people by doing other stuff, and then the wider discussion that came out of that actually indicated that it was more about the levels of inequity, and actually there was plenty in this world if we all just, you know, spread what there was around much more fairly. So yeah, so I just, there's that whole thing about the unfairness and the lies that have been told about just, you know, about what we need to do to fix it, I guess. Thanks.
Thank you. We have two newcomers here. We have Kevin, and someone is connecting now. But Kevin, we have been introducing ourselves, and we have been sharing a couple of words about what comes to your mind when you hear about poverty. Maybe one earliest memory, but quickly you can.
Okay,
start.
So very quick, I can't say that I've been poverty stricken, but I've been in neighborhoods and communities where I've seen homelessness. I've engaged with homelessness, and where I'm at now, I am able to, I guess, they're very talented and like-minded people out there, and we're just bringing them to the forefront. And I'm just hoping that to gain something from this conversation in ways that we can sort of bring everyone on that just communal level, if you catch my drift.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. We have with us also Chris. Hey, Chris, welcome. Can you hear me? You can unmute your phone and introduce yourself. Chris? Can you unmute yourself, Chris Northford? I cannot hear you.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you, Chris. Yes.
Hello, Marcus. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris. I'm joining you from South Africa. I've been trying to connect, but it looks like we had some kind of technical problems. But yes, it's good to be back online with you guys, and I'm hoping to enjoy the conversation today.
Thank you, Chris. What does come to your mind when we talk about you listen poverty? Maybe a couple of words or an earliest memory.
When we talk about poverty, some of the key things that come to mind are issues of powerlessness, you know, inability to do something to improve your situation or the kind of where you find yourself. There's some kind of powerlessness that is associated with poverty. Powerlessness to act, powerless to interact, powerless to join others, powerless to make a difference in your own area. It's just all about powerlessness in all its ramifications.
Thank you, Chris. Glad to hear you and glad you are here with us. So we have one more here. I don't know, Suki. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, this is just Alistair again. I'm just saying, Suki.
It's another.
No, it's not another me. No, this is just to let you know, because you haven't. Suki won't talk on the live. She'll chat in the chat, but she doesn't feel comfortable chatting or sharing her screen. That's all.
Okay, so Marcos, you are the last but not least, I guess.
Thank you. This is Markus Vähälä from Vantaa, Finland, and for me, poverty now it's a very, very urgent thing. In Finland, I'm from Vantaa, where the main airport is, and now they are laying off 700 people. In this city, it's a huge impact on people's lives. And I'm thinking of people experiencing the impact of the COVID year. And I'm expecting that next winter and next year, there will be a lot of people that have economical problems. And those who are impoverished now probably will be in worse situation than before. So we have to act now. So today is a good start as we have the Action Monday. Isn't it so, Rafael?
Yes, thank you, Marcos. I guess we should conclude this now. Rico just came. Hey, Rico, can you just say hi to everybody? And we have been introducing ourselves and just say very quickly what comes to your mind about poverty in a couple of words.
Okay, hello to everyone. I'm a little bit late. Sorry, I was living in the old schedule and just now came in feeling very well. And about poverty, I feel that every person should be treated as same.
Thank you, Rico. So now I throw the ball to Marcos. He's gonna explain. Oh, there's one more person entering, Mary. Let's see. Mary Beth. So let's say just hi to Mary and we keep going, right, Marcos? So otherwise we cannot. Mary, can you hear us?
Hello, you're talking to me?
Yeah, welcome, Mary. We have started already. We are just introducing ourselves and saying a couple of words about what comes to your mind about poverty. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly? And we are gonna start the action.
Sure, I'm Mary Beth Barber. I live in Sacramento, California. And in terms of what comes to mind about poverty is that sometimes it feels like you can never climb out of it, and how we can fix that, of that overwhelming feeling that you can never, for the people who are truly impoverished, how they can never escape from it.
Thank you, Mary. So I will just say welcome, Sunil, and we start. I will share the screen now, Marcos, and you have 5 minutes to explain how it's going to be our exciting action today.
Thank you, Rafael. So if you remember, the talk about poverty action started already during the festival week. During the festival week, we met a lot of people and a lot of NGOs working with poverty. So we thought that perhaps we should all come together and as one force try to create a joint action. And we had a workshop earlier in the Action Mondays where we came up with a lot of solutions about how can we affect poverty. And then we had a poll and everybody could vote, and we decided that the universal basic income is the way. So from that information, me and Rafael, we created this action for today, and this is the first experiment of the joint action. And here we go. So first of all, there's a quick reflection about poverty. What comes to your mind? What is the earliest memory? We just went through that in the short discussion. And we are going to use this Zoom breakout room. So I will divide us into several rooms, so you don't have to work alone. So perhaps 3 people will work together, and the idea in 1 hour is to go into universal basic income. We have to read about it, talk about it, and then if you don't know, then Google it. Perhaps there's people around who know already UBI, and we have created this Padlet. Rafael will put that link to the chat soon. The idea is to raise also questions that come up into our minds about universal basic income. So the Padlet will create information for us in the end about links to information, our personal point of view about poverty, and also questions that we can then lead others into it, because the action that we have is a social media post or an email or message, and we create inside the groups posts that we can share with others. So the posts can be in your native language, and it can be posted in your native groups. And the idea is this, that the Padlet also collects us information about our networks and about groups where we can then continue this discussion later. Another information is also to spread message about No Labels, No Walls, about our movement. So for example, here Rafael will show an example post that he created. So in the end, we have several posts that will also not only inform that what do we think about universal basic income and poverty, but also we try to engage people into conversation about these topics. So now we have roughly 25 minutes to work together. I will assign you these rooms, and I will also guide you in the rooms how to work. And then there is a link to the Padlet inside the chat soon, and also there's also Rafael will post a link to these instructions, so you can see the instructions there. But let's try to jump into this room to create our messages. So don't worry, I come to help you into these rooms.
And I just post the Padlet and also the guidelines, the shared PDF, if you need to.
So now I will open these rooms. Great, and now we are all back to the main room, so welcome. So, and we have also new arrivals. Victoria is here with us, welcome. And Mark is back. And we just created some posts about poverty and universal basic income. So, Alistair, would your room start? What did you do?
Okay, well, we just had a bit of a chat about some of the language and what would make sense, and I guess what we thought about was I'm just trying to get the Padlet back up. Chris was talking about the fact that poverty is a crime, and so we had a bit of a discussion about what are some of the antidotes to crime, and so we've come up with a basic one at the moment. Chris, poverty is a crime, universal basic income is crime prevention. So that's one of the things that we sort of came up with. And then the other one was about poverty is often seen as a choice, but it's usually seen as a choice by the person in poverty, whereas it's actually a choice of the system. So that was basically where we got to. We're still just debating about where we put it. I've stuck it up on Facebook. Haven't put it anywhere else yet because we're running out of time, but we're going to do some more sharing afterwards.
Thank you, Alistair. And you have now 10 minutes. You can chat, for example, to your group and decide where you're planning to post. The idea is that you post before the hour ends, so 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
Mary Beth, what is your message and where did you post?
I don't know if we posted anywhere necessarily, but my main message is to make sure that supporters of UBI, of Universal Basic Income, that it is not an excuse to not invest in infrastructure. And when I say infrastructure, I mean public education, public transportation, a robust childcare system, and healthcare, a robust, some kind of streamlining of healthcare infrastructure. And this may be, this is a very US problem because there is great investment in Europe in all of these. But part of the reason why we have such high poverty in the US among certain groups is because even if UBI existed, even if there was income that was coming in to the bulk, if there's not a parallel investment in all of that, and instead it is seen as a substitute, then we're going to tear down any kind of infrastructure that the minimal that we even have here. And I see, because this has come, like there is a lot of support for UBI out of Silicon Valley, but what is also huge in Silicon Valley is libertarianism, this idea, this concept of everybody for themselves, and then the market will take care of everything. And so immediately when I watch that, I go, what is the end goal? And if the end goal is to sort of tear down any kind of government infrastructure and instead say, give everybody a flat amount and the market will take care of it, then I think that we're creating a potential disaster. And so for me and the other members of my group should speak as well, because I kind of dominated the conversation with this warning. But it's an idea that I think we need to be watching. and a concept that we need to be watching. And it's a very US thing, because anybody from Europe will be like, well, duh, of course you don't stop investing in all of those things. But that's not the mentality in the United States. You know, Reagan with his whole, you know, tear down the government idea. I just want to make sure this doesn't end up being another one of those.
Thank you, Mary Beth. And now you have 7 minutes to post it somewhere. Perhaps you can find a new place to engage people into this discussion in the United States or in Europe or somewhere else. And Michael is not here. William, what did your group decide to post, and where did you post?
Hello, everybody. So we had a great, we actually posted it. So we were really lucky. We did really good. So William, do you want to kind of talk about the post, and then I'll tell where you shared it and then where we shared it?
So we decided, and I don't know if it's still in the chat, as you can see from what Michael posted, we had said that people from Finland, Scotland, and the US have all witnessed and have been impacted by poverty as causing us to focus on just getting by instead of being able to live. Poverty matters. You can do anything else but survive. We all need to help and support everyone, and get good models is the UBI, where we know that it is quicker, easy to get money into the hands of people who need it. In Finland, Alaska, and other countries, UBI has already been implemented. For further information, and we've put a link to obviously the Padlet and stuff like that. I personally have stuck it on my personal Twitter. I have stuck it on groups I'm involved with, Twitter. I've stuck it more on Facebook. I have stuck it everywhere across social media. I've even tried, but it's too long to try and stick it on a TikTok video. Unfortunately, can't stick it on TikTok, but have stuck it on a Snapchat. So I've shared it everywhere. So does that mean for the next 5 minutes I could put my feet up?
Yes, very efficient.
And we found a good link to futurism.com/universal basic income answer automation, talking about how, you know, a lot of the labor jobs are going to be automated, which Mary Beth kind of, I think, referred to a little bit with the Silicon Valley and the whole kind of, you know, machines kind of replacing humans. And then the questions we had were basically about, will it go up with the cost of income? So whatever universal basic income, the cost right now, obviously there's, you know, there's inflation every year. So, you know, how does that affect the amount that people will hopefully be getting with universal basic income? And that was it. And we posted to how do you have to say it? It's a poverty network group, and we link No Labels to it.
Thanks a lot, very efficient. And if you have a link to that group so other people can join the group, please put it on the Padlet. And all of you posting somewhere, it is very important for our network to collect these groups and places to post. And remember to invite people to the No Labels, No Walls Action Mondays and to the Future Festival. The last group is Neasley and Raphael. Where did you post today?
Well, today I posted it on my Facebook page. I also have a social justice Facebook page that I will probably post it on once I get clearance from the administrator.
And Raphael?
I just posted in the Brazilian community in Finland, but it for some reason they need to allow to be public. I don't know why they did it, but I'm hoping I'm gonna reach some Brazilian fellows in Finland to start this discussion. And in the end, I raised question about Brazilian situation. So if it would work out there, and how would be Brazil if we are not facing this big poverty, the way it's going on there. And then I linked to the No Label, No Walls movement. I said I'm part of the movement, and as Brazilian, and I did the translation, so that took a bit of time. But yeah, I liked a lot this action.
Thanks a lot, Rafael. And remember to put those links to those groups so other people also know that this kind of groups exist. Very interesting. Brazilians in Finland. And welcome everybody for the next round of the Action Monday. As this is a very special week, we are doing 2 actions, and the next action is starting soon. So I welcome everybody who are new to the group, and also I would like to thank all of you who joined for the first shared action on poverty. Remember to post your posts and engage people, and please continue the discussion. There's a lot of knowledge that we need to learn about universal basic income, and let's share it together. We will continue discussing about the experiences related to this action in our Facebook group. So if you're not a member of the No Labels, No Walls Facebook group, please join today. And now when the clock turns 7, we start the next round in couple of minutes. So for all of you joined the first hour, let's remember to join next week when there's very interesting action coming. We are back on the normal schedule and normal time. And isn't it so, Rafael, that we have the B mix with us next week? So
yes, exactly, yes.
So we're making some music. So remember to be here 7 o'clock Finnish time, 5 o'clock UK time, and 9 o'clock US time. So for all of you who joined the first hour, I say hi and welcome to everybody who's new. Bye-bye.
Hey, Kevin, I hope I didn't dominate the conversation too much. I didn't know if you wanted to add anything.
I guess the only thing I can add is, while I do think that it's important to have universal.
So if you can put your discussion to the chat, because we are starting a new round of the Action Monday.
Okay.
So welcome all of you. My name is Markus Vähälä from Kukunori from Finland, and this is No Labels, No Walls. Plus we are one community coming together to do a shared action today. So welcome all of you. And today's host is Rafael. Welcome.
Thank you, Marcos. Could you stop the sharing of that I can see who is here? Because oh yes, now I can see everybody. So we have Pia.
Excuse me.
Hey Rico. Yes.
Yeah. Am I supposed to be here for the next hour too, or?
You're welcome, Riku. Please stay.
Okay. Okay.
So we have new fellows here. Pia, Kate. Victoria has been here. She just entered. Cindy is also. I guess she just.
Welcome, Victoria.
Welcome.
Can you introduce yourself and tell a little bit what comes to your mind about poverty when you think about poverty?
So my name's Victoria. I'm based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I thought I was supposed to come to talk about design justice. So maybe I'm in the wrong space. space
You are
now?
in the right space, but it's a weird week. So
Okay.
we are having the Action Monday on because we've changed clocks. So some people are coming 1 hour earlier. So if you can stay with us or come later in an hour, then we can design your Action Monday with you. So very welcome.
Okay, cool.
But you're in the right place.
Okay. Maybe I will just listen for a while then, if that's okay.
Yes, and if you have time, we will continue in an hour.
Okay.
And Ewan, how are you doing?
Not bad, fine. How are you all? Yeah, I'm not bad today. I'm keeping well in Scotland. It's getting dark nights now here, so with the winter, so yeah, I'm looking at Keith. He's looking outside the window. Yeah. So yeah, I'm keeping not bad. Yeah. How are you? Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. I'll pass it back to you then. Cheers.
So Marcos is throwing the ball to me to be the host. Just to explain to who had just entered, I guess Pia, we have been introducing ourselves and just sharing a couple of words about what does come to your mind about poverty. And later we are going to act on it. We are going to create together in group a post. So we are going to do all this in just an hour. And today we had these 2 meetings because the time changed. So this is our second part. And welcome to who is still with us from the other meeting. But let's now go to Pia. Welcome, Pia.
Hi. Hi. I don't know. What do you want me? Do you want me to say something? No, you know me all.
Yeah. What does come to your mind when you hear about poverty? Like maybe the earliest memory, or like in a couple of words.
What comes to my mind when I hear it? When I think of poverty, hunger. I think of hunger.
Hunger.
And cold.
Okay. So now we go. Let's see who is in the room here. Kate. I guess you haven't had chance to talk yet, Kate. From Scotland. Have I said correct your name, Kate? Kate. I'm sorry, my Brazilian accent. I still.
It's okay.
Welcome, and you can introduce yourself and just say a couple of words about what comes to your mind about poverty.
Yeah. So that's funny. First of all, that's funny if we've got people coming at different times. I did.
Special week.
I couldn't work out whether everybody's time changed at the same time, but probably not then. So I'm Keith I'm in Glasgow, and it's getting darker for us, isn't it? Definitely, Ewan. So we've definitely got a darker night tonight already. Our clocks changed yesterday, and I thought, I wish we could do this every month because I love having that extra hour in bed. So what comes to mind for me when I think about poverty is probably just inequality. That's the first thing that I think about. I think if some people are poor, some people are rich, and I just think about inequality and the that's what I think.
Thank you. Now we go to Cindy. Is it correct, Cindy? How are you doing? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Cindy, and I'm doing fine. And I want to tell the people from Scotland, don't complain about the dark nights. We're from Finland. It's very dark.
Yeah, you come here, you know what darkness is.
And today it's drizzle. So what comes to mind with poverty? My mom says we were poor when I was a little girl, but I don't remember. But what I think about it is you have to choose. Can you buy food or new shoes or go someplace or not? Because you don't have the all the choices, and you have to eat. So I think poverty is when you can't choose things that you would like to do.
Thank you, Cindy. And I guess now team Are you there? Welcome. I guess you came later, right? Oh, yes, Teen, I know you. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly and just say a couple of words about what comes to your mind when you hear poverty?
Me? Oh no, terrible. Yeah, I'm Tim. I'm from Finland, Helsinki, Finland. I have been homeless and I have been poor, so I know what it is, but at the same time, it is not the same to different people. So I didn't feel like I can't even eat, but yeah, it is a different thing for different people. It is terrible thing, of course. So I hope we can someday fix those problems.
Thank you. Nice to hear you. And you might have a lot of experience to share in the group. And I guess we have gone through all, right? Should we introduce again who continues here, Marcus? Okay, so let's go, Michael Birman, for the second time, very quickly. Introduce yourself for the new fellows that just joined us. Can you hear Michael?
Michael.
I'm here. Hello, everybody. Sorry, we're just trying to figure this out. Michael, back for second hour. We're really excited to be here for the time difference. Yeah, really excited from Sternberg Laboratory in Los Angeles.
Yes, excited. Mary from Sternberg as well.
Thank you. And I guess we have Rico again. You're gonna you're gonna continue with us, right? You want to say hi again?
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Riku Turpeen and really excited to be here after a small break.
How was your experience in the first hour?
Really liked it. Yeah, we had great conversation. Yes.
So yes, welcome everybody. So I throw the ball to you, Marco. Marco is going to explain quickly in 5 minutes what's going to happen today. I'm going to share the screen with the slides here.
Thank you, Rafael. And Rafael, you have to choose the next week's host.
Oh yeah, it's true. Let's see here. Now I have, yeah. Keith, are you gonna be with us next week, Keith? No.
No, I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be. I hope I'm not going to be here next week. I hope I'm going to be in Spain with my daughter next week.
So that's a good excuse.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens with the flights and the state of emergency. I don't know.
So how about Cindy? Can you host us? Can you say welcome the next Action Monday? Hello, Cindy. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey, can you be our host next week? Are you?
Actually, I'm going to be away. I've got another event next week that I have to attend. So next Monday I can't attend here.
Okay, so let's go to the next one.
But why not Medi? Medi, will you be the host?
Medi, yay!
Yay, Medi's the host.
Yay!
All right. Okay.
So that's really good.
Thanks. Now we have the host for the next week. Remember to come because it's B-Mix. We are making music together. So if you remember, during the festival, we have had several discussions and events that related to the theme of poverty. And we also met people and organizations working with poverty. And out of this, we created a group and of NGOs and people interested. We sent emails, and then we had an Action Monday where we designed and talked about poverty and solutions around it. Out of these, Rafael created a poll in our Facebook group, and from this poll, we selected universal basic income to be sort of like the center point of this action today. So this is the first time we are doing this. Is very exciting, and we're testing out how to do this shared action. So me and Rafael, we designed our first experimental action today. So today we are using again Padlet. It might be familiar to some of you. If not, you're getting used to it today and getting to learn to use it. So we are collecting information for all of us today. So the first group already has started, so we are in a good position to continue. We have questions on the Padlet about what is poverty, like we discussed there, where Rafael asked us, what is our personal view? We get to learn together about universal basic income, and we can put there interesting links to information. Probably there will be questions raised. So I will share you into smaller groups inside the Zoom, and we can discuss about universal basic income and poverty, and also we will collect questions. Out of this, we will create a message to social media, to email, to we're trying to reach new audiences, new groups, go over the walls, and to bring this discussion about universal basic income to new communities and new people. So I need you to also share that place where you're posting, so we get information about new groups, and we will also put information about no labels, no walls on the way. So hopefully we'll get new people to the Action Mondays again. So now we have roughly 15 minutes to research about universal basic income, to discuss about it. And let's put that discussion also to the Padlet. So inside your group, you can share a task for somebody to put that info there. Then you have 10 minutes to create the post and to put it somewhere, and also share that information with us. And then we come back to the big room and discuss about what we found. So also there's guidelines for the post. So instead of only using English, you can also post in your native language into your native groups. And remember to spread the word about no labels, no walls, and invite them to our network and these Action Mondays. And then there's the example post by Rafael, that, for example, one idea of how this post could look like. And Rafael will share the link to the Padlet and also a link to these instructions. And I will be hopping in and out of your rooms and facilitate the creation of the message. And if you have any questions, I'll be there with you. So now there's an invitation to join into this room. So please hop in and let's see inside the room, and let's meet each other here in half an hour.
And I just posted the link for the Padlet and for the guidelines if you need. Thank you.
So welcome back, actionists. Now we have spent half an hour to create our message, and now it's time to share what we have accomplished. And welcome to all new participants. Arturo, welcome. And we have had an Action Monday where we are creating messages about poverty and universal basic income. So Moses is also coming. And if Rafael's group could start, Riku, Rafael, Michael.
We went deep in our reflection, so we had this connection now with climate change and poverty. And we are talking a lot and sharing more. And I guess Michael has written something, right, Michael?
So we were here an hour ago, just doing this as well. So we were on the next step. So we were talking about. Let me see what we wrote. If I can get to it. Sorry, I just have to
Update.
Oh, there it goes. So basically, we came up with the post that basically said if we didn't have to worry about living, then we could start living together in a more meaningful and positive way. And then the fear of losing your house, job, health insurance is over us all, and this fear prevents us from relaxing and building a better future. And then we posted that. That came from the group, and we posted it to the Strindberg. We posted me and Mehdi to the Strindberg Laboratory Facebook page, and we also last time found futurism.com, which had a lot of great stuff about universal basic income, taking part in Finland, and then now in Scotland it's going to happen, and in Alaska. So that's what we kind of came up with.
Thank you so much. A great post, and hopefully we'll hear later that how do you engage the conversation through your posts. So next, Pia and Keith, what kind of post did you create and where did you post it?
What do you want to say about that, Pia? We are part of the No Labels, No Walls, No Post group.
Exactly.
Neither me or Pia are posters at all. I'm not a poster boy, and Pia is the poster.
So yeah, but we had a great discussion, and basically I think also, I mean, in the end also it was about that there are different forms of poverty and absolute poverty, and then there's the relative poverty, and I think that's what we've been also talking about now in the end, and that it's not only about money, but it's also about a mindset. And yes, but I mean, Keith, you go.
Mm-hmm. So I looked up the Pia, you looked up some stuff about the pilots in Finland, didn't you?
Yes.
And I looked up some stuff about the pilots in Scotland. So we've just finished some, or I think we just finished, because I heard about the pilots, and when I looked on the website, it said draft final report. So there's information about what's been happening in some different places in Scotland using universal basic income. So that's an interesting place to look for me.
So please, if you can put those links to the Padlet, and if you can't reach the Padlet, put those links to the chat so we can share, and Rafael will put those into the Padlet. So very interesting conversation, and if you have your own message, you can also put there on the Padlet, and somebody else can then share that post and add something to it if wanted. But thank you a lot, Pia and Keith. And the third group, Cindy, you and Tim, what is your message and where did you post it to?
Pizza is good. Pizza is really good.
Yeah, pizza. We discussed Tim's pizza a little bit. But anyway, the thing we put up on the Padlet was, let's see, under which category, I have to check. It was under questions raised. And the question that I had is, if everybody gets €1,000 a month, will the rents and other costs just simply go up accordingly? So that in the end, the rich just get richer and the poor remain. So was that a Zoom bomb?
Was
it?
Actionistas.
We made it.
We made it.
Our message is getting through.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my question, and we talked about that a little bit, and well, that I think that often happens is if you get a raise in salary, then everybody gets what 2% raise every year, and probably the cost of living also goes up 2%. So we always stay at the same level. But otherwise, both Tim and Ewan had not experienced poverty, but Tim had, and then Marcus had, when they were probably students. So they talked about what it felt like to not have enough money to go around when you had to choose between eating and paying your rent and things like that. So that's what we talked about in our group.
Thank you so much. And if Rafael will share again the link to the Padlet. So this is what we came up with today, and this is the information that we can use later on. I think that the theme of universal basic income will stay, and we will have another action Mondays coming with this similar theme. So feel free to use this Padlet, and the link to the Padlet will be available to you in the No Labels, No Walls Facebook page. And it would be interesting that if you could also share the discussion raised from this Action Monday. And also, me and Rafael want to invite all of you to create this kind of Action Mondays with the action. So it can be something that you want to experiment, something that you have already done before, to raise awareness about an issue, to raise discussion, but also to do something with art and culture. So a lot of these kind of ideas are piling up. And next Monday, we will also be doing music with BMX. So very interesting Monday coming. But in the end, I would like to ask all of you, how did you experience these Action Mondays and today the poverty action, and how did you feel about the conversation using these smaller Zoom rooms?
We thought it was really good because we got a chance to discuss and actually have some kind of thing that happened afterwards, which is great for the festival. Because, you know, when we get close to next year's festival, hopefully some of these actions will be more developed, and then we can have some kind of, you know, bigger action that we did all together. So yeah, we really thought it was really good.
Yeah, I liked just talking about stuff a bit more deeper, and could have lasted a little bit longer also. Yeah.
Thank you, Pia. I also thought the same, that these kind of smaller groups allow us to know each other more and to have more time to discuss. And
just getting warmed up before the time was out. So I thought we had pretty good discussions when we had one from Scotland, one from Finland, and one from US. So we had different points of view to compare.
Yeah, really had some great conversations, and very much now see lots to think about poor people in a new eyes.
Thank
Yes.
you, Riku. So this was an experience today, all streamed live, but those small group discussion, they weren't streamed or recorded. It only shows black while we are not on the same page. But No Labels, No Walls is moving along, and the action hour is over, and I would like to thank all of you for joining, and especially Rafael for hosting and designing majority of this content. Thank you so much, Rafael.
Thank you.
And see you next week. Victoria and me, we will stay to design the next Action Mondays coming. So.
And next
Thanks a
week
lot.
I'll be off to Spain with Keith. So see you there.
Have a nice trip. Stay safe, everybody.
Remember to take your BFF with you.
Can I ask a question, please?
Mm-hmm.
At what time did this start, this conversation? Because I think because of the 1 hour, I think I didn't make it. Did it start at 6 p.m.?
Yes, we started 2 hours ago, actually, because people are on different time zones.
Because in my there it was at 7. Because I think because of the
Usually it
change
starts at 7.
of the hours, I didn't make it. Okay, next time I will ask you what time it will be.
It's because of the time changes. Different countries did the time changes at different times.
Next time, everybody, it is at 7 p.m. Are you from Finland, Moses?
Excuse me?
Are you from Finland?
No, I'm from Malta.
Oh,
Malta.
Malta. Okay, so is that same as UK, Marcus? Or
no, that's probably
No, it's different from the UK, and we have to change the hour last Saturday.
Yeah, so for you next week, it will be 6 p.m. In Finland, it's 7 p.m.
Yeah, it'll be regular time.
And it's 5 p.m. in Scotland, right?
So it's 5 p.m. in Scotland?
Yeah, but it's 6 p.m. in Malta.
And you make it from Scotland? And this is from Scotland. The base
From all over the world, from California.
Yes, but who is making? Who is leading? I think you, Mr. Marcus.
Finland.
Yeah, Finland.
Finland? Oh, that is why then there is this change of that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Moses.
I have to say that it will be 2 hours then before the time of Malta, because I was expecting that this will start at 7, and you have told me that it started at 5. There is a 2 hours then difference. So next time I will make it. Okay.
Here it's 8 o'clock now. So we would have started at 7.
Thank you.
See you next week, Moses.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Thank
Keith,
you.
for the nice conversation.
Thank you for everyone. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.